Can you imagine President Trump's face carved beside Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln on the iconic Mount Rushmore? Representative Andy Ogles has made a bold, disruptive move. He's formally requesting that Trump be added among America's greatest historical figures. Claiming that Trump launched a golden era through key legislation, his team insists on immortalizing his legacy. The proposal challenges global progressive narratives and ignites a fierce debate. Is he a patriotic hero or the symbol of a dangerous personality cult? Welcome to Political Truth, where facts are uncomfortable and awakening is irreversible. Share, comment, and join the movement defending freedom, sovereignty, and the true power of the people. Backed by conservative circles, Congressman Andy Ogles has officially requested that the face of current U.S. President Donald J. Trump be added to Mount Rushmore. This move is far from symbolic. It's a direct response to a political reality. Since returning to office, Trump has been spearheading a structural transformation of America's domestic and foreign policy. The initiative emerges amid sweeping economic reforms, the push for national reindustrialization, the restoration of U.S. military and diplomatic leadership, and the dismantling of progressive ideological strongholds. Trump's mission isn't over, it's deepening. Supporters believe his face deserves to be carved as a lasting symbol of this new era. Ogles' letter to the Department of the Interior marks the beginning of a cultural battle that goes beyond marble. It's about cementing, literally, a vision of America many believe has been resurrected under Trump's second term. Trump isn't just achieving what others only promised. He's doing it in real time, defying internal blockades and relentless media attacks with unmatched intensity. Under his leadership, the United States has regained respect, fear, and influence on the world stage. He championed the Big Beautiful Bill, overhauling the tax system, expelling international bureaucratic influence, and shielding American families through an unprecedented energy reform. Pipelines have reopened, domestic production is booming again, the southern border is secured, and jobs in manufacturing, infrastructure, and defense are returning. While progressive media scream about threats to democracy, millions of Americans applaud concrete actions that have brought back safety, dignity, and purchasing power. Trump isn't building a narrative, he's building results. The request to carve his face on Rushmore is, to many, a logical consequence of this transformation. To his defenders, Trump isn't just another politician, he's a historic force. Just as Washington founded the nation, Lincoln preserved it, and Roosevelt projected it as a world power, Trump is redefining the model of a sovereign state in the 21st century. This isn't a cult, it's reality. Under his command, the U.S. has dismantled unfair agreements, halted a disguised invasion at the border, reduced dependency on global institutions, and reasserted its dominance. Europe no longer dictates, China no longer commands, and Latin America knows that with Trump, there are no gray areas. His style is blunt, raw, and unfiltered, but it works. For millions of patriots, his face on that mountain is both a warning and a promise. The left rejects the idea not because of the statue, but because of what it represents. They know that a Trump carved in granite would symbolize the definitive burial of the forced globalist, progressive, and multicultural narrative. So they reach for excuses, that there's no space on the mountain, that there are indigenous concerns, that it's technically impossible. Yet they said nothing when demanding the removal of historical statues, erasing the founding fathers, and rewriting history books. What truly terrifies them is that Trump isn't just governing, he's transcending. A Trump image on Rushmore would mark the symbolic crowning of a political revolution that's here to stay. He cannot be erased, ignored, or stopped. This move also carries domestic weight. In a time of deep polarization, the conservative base sees this proposal as an act of cultural affirmation. Winning elections is no longer enough. They want to win history. Placing Trump on Rushmore would be a bold statement. The United States no longer belongs to bureaucrats, gender studies PhDs, or UN diplomats. It belongs to the working people, those who believe in God, the flag, and private property. Protests will come, lawsuits too. But the louder the outcry, the clearer it becomes. They fear losing control of the national narrative. And that's exactly what Trump is achieving, day by day, from the White House. Geopolitically, this is a symbolic missile. Trump has already broken the mold. He cut funding to useless organizations, reshaped alliances with a pragmatic vision, and delivered a message to the world: America comes first. Carving his face would say this doctrine isn't a phase, it's a new era. For America's adversaries, it would be a psychological blow. China would see a bold, unpredictable United States. Russia would know that soft diplomacy is over, and the world would understand that what's coming isn't nostalgia, it's power. This isn't about a personal tribute. It's about setting in stone the new architecture of the 21st century. Strong borders, a clear identity, and unapologetic decisions. In his second term, President Donald J. Trump has delivered accomplishments that are reshaping America's direction both domestically and globally. Among his most significant achievements is brokering a ceasefire between Israel and Iran, after years of nuclear threats and proxy attacks. Through firm, no-nonsense diplomacy, Trump brought both sides to the table, halted a military escalation, and defused a ticking time bomb that past leaders had merely postponed. At the southern border, a silent invasion that had overwhelmed the immigration system for years has been stopped. Trump enacted real deterrence, reinforced the wall, fast-tracked deportations, and dismantled human trafficking networks. The border is now under control, and the nation is no longer hostage to mafias or opportunistic NGOs. On the cultural front, he's scored a historic victory. Universities once pushing radical gender ideologies have been forced to backpedal, dismantle extreme programs, and return academics to biological and scientific foundations. The federal ban on biological males competing in women's sports is now law, restoring fairness and common sense to student athletics. Economically, Trump strategically slashed taxes, freeing up spending power for millions of workers and small businesses. Coupled with a massive foreign investment campaign, the U.S. is experiencing an unprecedented production boom. Tech giants, energy firms, and automakers are returning their factories to American soil. Growth is now built on real foundations, not inflated subsidies. Moreover, trade imbalances have been corrected through a tariff policy that no longer favors powers like China or Germany. Unfair tariffs are history. Negotiating from strength is the new norm. These are not promises, they are facts. While progressive media either remain silent or distort reality, people feel the impact in their wallets, their schools, their borders, and in global peace. Trump isn't just governing, he's rebuilding America through bold, effective, and direct decisions. No lobby, no globalist agenda, no ideological committee has stopped him. Millions now not only support him, they recognize him as the leader who reclaimed America's destiny. Still, the legal road ahead is filled with obstacles. Trump's internal enemies will do everything to block the project, from review boards to foreign NGOs and so-called cultural watchdogs. But what they fail to grasp is that this isn't an act of desperation, it's a declaration. Trump may not even need his face on Rushmore to fulfill his goal, because what's already carved, in millions of minds and hearts, is the image of a president who restored America's character, who saved it from cultural, economic, and moral collapse, who said what no one dared to say, and did it from the Oval Office, not from retirement. The U.S. stands at a crossroads. Will it continue surrendering ground to professional progressive crybabies? Or will it reaffirm its identity with strength, unapologetically? Ogles' initiative is more than a sculpture. It's a battleground between two irreconcilable visions. And this moment is pivotal. Those who want a strong, free, and fearless America must speak up. Because if this movement succeeds, it won't just be Trump's face etched in stone, it will be the will of a people who chose to take their country back. So, what do you think? Does Trump deserve a place in stone alongside the giants of U.S. history? Or is it political ego gone too far? Join the debate. Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era, or something far darker? Thank you for making it to the end. But this isn't the end. Stay alert, question everything, and make your voice count. History is written by the brave. See you in the next battle.